In this video, we'll introduce you to an important concept that will help you get started with your journey of using spreadsheets to organize, analyze, and store your data. This is called cell referencing. Think of a spreadsheet as a grid made up of tiny boxes. Each box is called a cell. Each cell has a unique address. This is cell referencing. We are referring to a cell's unique address. So how do we determine what the address of a cell is? Spreadsheets are organized into columns and rows. Each column has a name. This name is a letter starting with the letter A. Each row also has a name. This name is a number starting with the number 1. A cell's unique address, or the cell reference, is formed by the intersection of a column and a row. So why do we need a cell reference or unique address? You will need to know which cell you are referring to when it comes time for you to build formulas or use functions to analyze your data, which we will cover in other videos. For now, you need to know there are 3 types of cell references. These 3 cell references are relative, absolute, and mixed. So what do these terms mean exactly? Well, let's try to imagine that cell referencing is like family living in different houses. Let's start with relative reference. Think of cell A1 as your brother who happens to like moving from house to house based on a specific pattern. Your brother currently lives at A1, but he tends to always move to 2 houses over, relative to where he is now. His address will always change 2 cells over based on wherever his current house is. In spreadsheet terms, relative references adjust automatically when you copy formulas from one cell to another. It's relative to the original position. Now, imagine that your grandparents' house is always the same. They have lived in their place of residence for as long as you can remember. Whether you're visiting from your own home or from another relative's house, you always go to the same address. It's fixed, it never changes. This is what we call an absolute reference. The reference stays constant no matter where you copy the formula. A mixed reference would be like your uncle's house. Your uncle has always lived in the same apartment building for years, but tends to move from apartment to apartment. The street address would always be the same, but the apartment number changes depending on how many times he moves. In spreadsheets, a mixed reference means part of the reference is fixed while the other part changes as you move to different cells. It's a combination of relative and absolute references. Now that you understand the 3 types of cell references, stay tuned for upcoming videos where we'll dive deeper into how to write formulas to capture each one. For more tips on spreadsheets and other helpful how-to videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to check out our website at www.savvysoftwareskills.com for even more resources.